Hello, and welcome to the annual Courage Kenny Rehabilitation Institute Employee Recognition Event. I'm Modena Henderson, Vice President of Operations for CKRI and Laboratory Services at Allina Health. I am happy to be here to celebrate with you virtually today and hope we are able to celebrate in person again in 2023. As we prepared for this celebration, we reflected on many accomplishments of CKRI and our employees over the past year, and there is so much to celebrate. You are a strong team that has continued to persevere and provide high-quality care and service while the landscape of healthcare has changed dramatically. You have continued to demonstrate resilience, and your dedicated work supports our vision for a healthier future for those we are privileged to care for. I am grateful for your commitment to focus on the individuals we serve and deliver whole person care every time. Thank you to each and every one of you for all that you have done, sharing the very best of yourselves each day while delivering world-class outcomes and establishing incredible relationships with those individuals we are privileged to care for. Today, we will honor 11 individual employees who have been nominated by their colleagues to receive the Robert A. and Yvonne E. McDonald Distinguished Service Award. We will recognize 17 employees who have achieved advanced certification or an advanced degree, along with 5 who received an award of distinction within Allina or the healthcare community in roughly the past 12 months. We'll also honor 191 employees with Length of Service Awards in 2022. This celebration is hosted to honor and reward each of you for your contributions and commitment to the individuals to which we provide service. I want you to know that your hard work is recognized and appreciated by me, all of the leadership of CKRI, the executive team of Allina Health, and most importantly, the individuals and families of those you care for every day. This annual event is made possible through the Robert A. and Yvonne E. McDonald Endowment Fund of the Courage Kenny Foundation. Bob and Yvonne were generous benefactors and friends of the Institute. Their relationship with Courage Kenny began in 1962 when at the age of 32, Bob McDonald experienced a spinal cord injury and benefited from life-changing care at the former Sister Kenny Rehabilitation Institute, and years later at the Courage Center. For many years, Bob served as a valued member and chairman of the 2 organizations' board of directors. In appreciation of the exceptional care that Bob received throughout his lifetime and what he observed in his governance roles, Bob and his wife Yvonne were inspired to establish the Endowment Fund. In addition to funding this event, the Endowment Fund earnings also support those we serve with small grants to help them obtain low-price aids to assist the safe return to their homes. This recognition event was an annual highlight for Bob. He always enjoyed hearing the accomplishments of individuals and their teams. He loved learning of the new programs and services of the Institute and also knowing that the event guests enjoyed the recognition and the opportunity to celebrate each other. While we aren't able to celebrate with the McDonald family in person again this year, we know they are celebrating with us virtually, as are Bob and Yvonne in spirit. We look forward to hearing from Tammy Crawford, Bob and Yvonne's granddaughter, a bit later in the program.
Good afternoon. I'm Brian LeLoup, Director of Post-Acute Rehab Services.
And I'm Lori Fraley, Director of Therapy Services.
Thank you, Modena, and again, welcome. Now let's take a few moments to celebrate the past year. There's so many great highlights, we aren't able to mention them all. Forgive us for any we have missed. Our proudest accomplishment continues to be how each of you at CKRI are continuing to deliver exceptional services to those who entrust us with their care. Our teams have made notable accomplishments in our acute care hospitals and inpatient rehab units. Specifically, Abbott Northwestern Hospital was recognized as being one of the nation's best physical rehabilitation centers by Newsweek magazine and ranked number 4 in the Midwest. U.S. News and World Report ranks us in the top 1/3 of all eligible inpatient rehab facilities in the country. Abbott Northwestern Hospital Acute Care successfully piloted early identification of discharge disposition using the Mobility AMPAC to more quickly identify discharge and improve timing of therapy orders. This work is now being spread to our other metro hospitals. Our Courage County inpatient rehab units admitted 276 patients with COVID-19 since the pandemic began. Overall, these patients had better functional outcomes and were discharged home more quickly when compared to those across the nation. The Agitated Behavior Scale was implemented on the inpatient rehab units to assist with objective assessment of agitation and informed clinical decisions. Our hospital-based resource team implemented same-day coverage availability for PT and OT to better respond to therapy volume swings in the hospitals.
Our therapy programs have been busy in 2022 with a return of therapy volume and the addition of equipment and services complemented through generous foundation support. Outpatient therapies had a 3% increase in unique patients served from January to August 2022 compared to the same period in 2021. Courage County Kids initiated a toy diversity project with the help of the foundation, replacing pediatric therapy materials and toys with items that better represent our diverse patient populations. The success of the 2021 Toast of Courage resulted in the creation of a Courage County Foundation grant of over $340,000 to advance rehabilitation technology through the purchase of bits and blood flow restriction devices, vital sign monitoring equipment, and safe patient moving and exercise equipment to use in COVID-positive patient rooms in our inpatient rehab settings at Abbott, United, and the Transitional Rehab Program. Work has been initiated on a collaborative, accessible city park on the Mercy campus between the City of Coon Rapids, Mercy Hospital, Alina Foundation, and Courage County Kids. CKRI Outpatient Spine Therapy played a prominent role in the Alina Health Spine Center of Excellence, resulting in significant growth in spine physical therapy encounters and a 50% increase in spine patients seen via direct access. Speech pathologists across multiple sites were trained in FEES as another instrumental swallowing assessment and will expand the FEES program at their sites. Our spinal cord injury lifelong clinic was restructured and moved to the Golden Valley campus.
Community Services has worked to provide more impact to our community. Courage County received more than $8 million in donations for programs and services to enhance rehabilitation and adaptive sports equipment in 2021, allowing clients with limited financial resources to participate in our programs. Many of our CKRI support groups have returned to in-person meetings after 2 years of virtual gatherings. In 2021, over 1,000 volunteers gave 28,000 hours of their time and talent to support the continuum of care from the clinical setting to adaptive outdoor recreation, and they are on track to exceed this number in 22. Our housing stabilization services partnered with St. Paul Public Housing's Mainstream Voucher Program to help 20 individuals find their own affordable, accessible homes in 22. More than 350 guests attended the Art of Possibilities in-person events at both Golden Valley and St. Croix, showcasing the amazing work of artists living with disabilities. Our driver's assessment and training team helped 34 people pass their driving road tests this year. And our Courage County Power Soccer team became the official Power Soccer team of the Minnesota United Football Club and placed 4th at Nationals. while the Courage Kenny Junior Rolling Timberwolves play second at the National Wheelchair Basketball Tournament. Courage Kenny Northland hosted an adaptive mountain biking training for local volunteers and programs and are now offering this adaptive sport in Duluth.
We have supported each other and assisted in the development of the next generation of clinicians. 22 CKRI therapists partnered with the Courage Kenny research team to conduct studies this year. Business relationship specialists conducted more than 30 new provider meetings to share the great work of CKRI within the Alina system. We have hosted and educated 342 therapy students from 26 different schools in the past year and had 193 CKRI therapists serve as clinical instructors. United Hospitals PTs earned their department the 2021 PT Clinical Training Site of Excellence Award from the University of Minnesota.
We have also improved the patient experience. We centralized scheduling for therapy at River Falls, New Ulm, and Owatonna, improving wait times, access, and patient experience survey scores. Courage Kenny Care Management has assisted 3,267 patients in navigating care access issues and resource scarcity by the pandemic and implemented digital health tools to address barriers to receiving care. Thank you to all of you for your contributions. Please accept our gratitude for all that you have done.
One of the greatest assets of Courage Kenny Rehabilitation Institute is the diverse and advanced knowledge base of our employees. We are so fortunate to have many dedicated employees who have invested time to advance their skill and expertise through certifications to be able to provide the highest level of care to our patients and clients. Details about these certifications are listed in the program. The first group I would like to recognize are the physical therapists that successfully completed the specialist certification requirements and examination established by the American Physical Therapy Association. The following physical therapists completed board certification in the following areas: neurology, Kelly Gregory; PT Geriatrics, John Hunn; and in the area of orthopedics, Michael Brooks and Haley Long. The second group of individuals completed work to become a certified inclusive fitness trainer: Christopher Fitzgibbons, Tom Jensen, Nick Lateral, and Janessa Pearson. We are excited to recognize occupational therapists that have received the newly created specialty certification through the American Occupational Therapy Association. In the area of certified stroke rehabilitation specialists, Sarah Anderson and Rachel Mataseski, and certified rehab driving specialist, Kathy Woods. I would now like to turn the program over to Dr. Chris Spiewak to highlight additional employees and providers that completed certifications and trainings, as well as additional awards of distinction.
We have a number of providers that completed additional certifications and training, including board recertification in pain medicine completed by Dr. Joseph Cuniff, certification with National Association of Psychometrists completed by Jody Ingbos, board certification in clinical neuropsychology completed by Dr. Jason Kitcher, certified brain injury specialist Dr. Angie Foley and Liz Friedrich, medical social worker. Employees receiving additional recognition and awards this year include Angela Berg, RN Care Coordinator at Abbott Northwestern Hospital, received the Huttner Award for Excellence in Practice. 2022 Top Docs in Minnesota Monthly and Minneapolis-St. Paul Magazine were awarded to Dr. Elizabeth Beck, Dr. Kristen Stoner, Dr. Nancy Hutchison, and Dr. Chris Leese. Congratulations to all on your achievements this past year.
Good afternoon. I'm Heidi Menard, Director of Nursing. Today we are celebrating 189 employees that have a length of service anniversary spanning from 5 years to 40 years. Please see your event program provided electronically for the list of employees celebrating today. For those of you with a Length of Service Award, your leader has a gift that has been generously provided by the Robert A. and Yvonne E. McDonald Endowment Fund. We would like to provide extra recognition to those staff who are celebrating 25 years and above of service. At 25 years, Chris Burcham, Phyllis Bundy, Carrie Burant, Susan Fritz, Darla Johnson, Sherry Cotton, Yvonne Larson, Jessica Liegeld, Natalie Lozano, Mary Lunt, Namgil Norzum, Shannon Palm, Kim Skermer, Catherine Thurlow, Sharon Gowdy Wagoner, Matthew White, Rachel Wilson Stuckey, and Mike Yaris. At 30 years, Kristen Forsyth, Colleen Helms, Vanessa Kempel, Jane Prolesnik, and Tulsi Sukdeo. At 35 years, Janet Beckling, Joy Blackstead, Christine Perkel, Barbara Schmiesing, Deborah Steele, and Michael Westbrook. And at 40 years, Nancy Vogus. Thank you all for your commitment to patients, colleagues, and your length of service.
We are grateful to Bob McDonald and his family for making this annual celebration, as well as the recognition of selected employees with the McDonald Distinguished Service Award, possible. Now I would like to invite Tammy Crawford, granddaughter of Bob McDonald, to share some sentiments with you before we recognize our award winners for this year.
Hello, and on behalf of the McDonald family, welcome to this year's event. Once again, we are absolutely amazed at the truly impactful accomplishments of the Courage Kenny team. Consistent with my grandfather's objective in creating this event, we are here to recognize those that have made a unique and profound difference within the Courage Kenny organization. Year over year, you continue to impress us with the way in which you push the limits of your potential to affect change while creating opportunity for so many. For those of you that are unfamiliar with my grandfather's story and how this event came to be, it was the summer of 1962. My grandfather was 32 years old and enjoying a leisurely day on the St. Croix River with friends when he dove off the edge of a boat and suffered a spinal cord injury. This injury left him paralyzed from the chest down. It was at this time that his 53-year relationship began with Courage Kenny. After a year of in-house rehabilitation at Sister Kenny Institute, he returned to work and set off to put into practice the life-impacting strategies gleaned from his time at Sister Kenny. From that point on, my grandfather remained indebted to and in service of Courage Kenny until his passing in 2015. This event was his most cherished contribution as he set out to ensure that each and every one of you were recognized for your part in changing lives similar to his. He wanted to create a moment where all eyes were on you, a time to come up for air, reflect, celebrate, recognize, and honor all of you. He truly believed that without the people of Courage Kenny, his life would not have been as full. I'm excited to announce that this year, in further support of this objective, my grandparents' endowment will be infusing $62,000 of funding into the Patient Services and Professional Education Funds, for a total contribution of $124,000. In closing, I'm humbled to be part of this event and help to carry on my grandfather's legacy. He would be amazed and proud of the accomplishments presented here today. Thank you for your continued resilience and ability to persevere through the past few years as we do our best to celebrate and recognize remotely. It is our hope that next year we can safely return to an in-person event where we can truly feel the energy in the room as we honor all of you. Thank you all for your unfailing commitment to Courage Kenny.
Thank you, Tammy. We are fortunate to have the commitment from the McDonald family enabling us to host this very important recognition event and to honor the work of all Courage Kenny employees. Leadership faced a challenge in reviewing all of the nominations and narrowing them down to this group of award winners. Leaders will introduce the recipient and read the distinctive qualities being recognized, including overall excellence in work performance, promoting a positive morale, initiative and creativity, and professionalism.
Hello, I'm Laura Anderson, a Regional Therapy Manager 3 for Courage Kenny. It is my pleasure to introduce Jeff Beyer, Supervisor for the Hospital-Based Resource Therapy Team. In his over 35 years of service and dedication to Courage Kenny, Jeff exemplifies everything it means to be a distinguished employee. Jeff always challenges himself personally and professionally to grow and allow the best version of himself to shine through, both as a clinician and a leader. He pushes the boundaries of what excellence in the workplace means, speaking up and asking for the why, while also bringing a solution-based mindset to conversations. Leading this resource team of 30-plus employees is complex and requires an attention to detail that Jeff makes appear simple. Managing the resource schedule requires a high degree of interpersonal communication, professionalism, timeliness, and difficult decision-making. Jeff has worked hard within his own team to develop a culture of accountability and patient safety, aligning perfectly with Alina's HRO goals. Perhaps Jeff's greatest strength among his team and colleagues is the compassion, mentorship, and supportive energy he brings to every interaction and relationship. Jeff has inspired a whole team of therapists to do the same, and we are all better clinicians and colleagues for knowing and working with Jeff. Congratulations, Jeff.
I'm very pleased to accept this recognition today, and I'm thankful to Laura Anderson, who's my manager and the manager for the resource team, because she's somebody that always looks at the opportunities for people to expand their capabilities, and she gave me this chance 9 years ago. And I'm thankful to my team who put together such an amazing letter of nomination. It's touched me very deeply. I have loved working with this team, and as I step away from administration, I will fondly cherish this.
Hello, I'm Stephen Sugar, Manager for Courage Kenny Sports and Physical Therapy in the North Metro region, and it's my pleasure to introduce Amy Borg. Amy's passion for delivering the best care to her patients is seen through her patients' engagement. Not surprising, her schedule is as full as her patients rarely cancel. Despite being a busy clinician, she is constantly looking for opportunities to support her team, taking on tasks that keep her patients safe and the department organized. Be it hand washing audits, assuring that the equipment is ready for patient care, or deep cleaning the space. Always supporting the team, Amy takes ownership and completes special projects like exercise sheet management and updating department resources. Amy's dedication to her peers and her patients extends to the community. She helped organize and lead the site's volunteer service activity to clean a local park and walking trail near the clinic. And outside of Courage Kenny, Amy spends numerous hours volunteering at an animal rescue. Thank you, Amy, for all you contribute every day to your patients, your coworkers, and the department.
I appreciate the recognition for the hard work all of us providers do on a daily basis. I work with truly a great group of people that make it easier for me to do what I do. Again, many thanks.
Hello, I'm Erin Little, Manager of the Transitional Rehab Program and Golden Valley Outpatient Therapy Teams. It is my pleasure to introduce Shireen Essick and Angela Liuzzi, both occupational therapists in the TRP. Shireen and Angela have taken on the informal role as diversity champions for our TRP team. They value the work of Alina's diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, and employee resource groups, and strive to further highlight that work with our team. They both selflessly volunteer their time outside of work to facilitate the DEI and B collective on our team's page, as well as facilitating a monthly group discussion or collaboration on a focused topic, and work to find applicable and impactful materials to enhance the conversation. Angela and Shireen never claim to have all the answers, but push others to look at difficult topics with new lenses and perspectives. With the structure and trust Shireen and Angela have created, their colleagues regularly come to them with workplace and personal inequality scenarios encountered, thus giving them opportunities to mentor, problem solve, and support through the tough or uncomfortable moments. Shireen and Angela challenge the status quo and help our team grow in ways that are invaluable. They have truly made a difference in our ability to provide equitable care to all of our clients. A huge thank you to Shireen and Angela for their leadership and support of Alina's vision of embracing and investing in our differences to create a better us.
A huge thank you to our leaders, Erin and Ashley, for supporting the work of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, and to our team for actively engaging in the collective experience. We accept this recognition with the understanding that it's much larger than us.
Our hope is that we can serve as a catalyst for change making, both within healthcare and beyond.
Hello, I'm Megan Welty, Manager for CQRI's Adaptive Sports and Recreation Department. It is my pleasure to introduce Brianna Jordan, Administrative Assistant for Adaptive Sports and Rec. Brianna demonstrates outstanding excellence in her responsibility in her work. Through engagement with coworkers, participants, and volunteers, she keeps our department accomplishing great things, definitely going the extra mile and a half. She delivers exceptional results in key projects with a high degree of professionalism, demonstrates leadership in her work with our computer and marketing systems, and prepares athletes for programming and services in our department. Bree inspires and motivates colleagues and clients to exceed beyond their potential. She mentors new employees on best steps to navigate complex line of health systems and is the first person her team members go to for advice. Bree demonstrates a commitment to continuous self-improvement and that of the team. She has been our department educator around DE&I issues and takes initiatives to advance programming and outcomes, emphasizing whole person care. Bree is always highlighting the successes of others and creates the building blocks for others to succeed. First as a longtime CQRA volunteer and now as a veteran employee, Brianna tirelessly advocates for and enhances the image of the Institute and the disability community.
Thank you so much for this award. It's truly an honor to receive it. I appreciate all of my colleagues who helped with this nomination, with an extra special thank you to Mark Hanna. It's such a pleasure to work with an amazing department of people who serve our clients in the community to get out and play. I couldn't do my job without you all. Thank you to everyone who helped support me along the way.
Hello, I'm Laura Anderson, and it is my pleasure to introduce Stacy Kennedy, Administrative Assistant and Clinical Student Coordinator for Courage Kenny. Stacy wears many hats, but it is her tireless work as the Clinical Student Coordinator that I want to recognize. Stacy took this role on several years ago out of necessity, as our student programming had grown too large for a therapy manager to handle. Courage Kenny accepts more than 300 therapy students per year, and Stacy is typically the first point of contact, creating a great first impression and enhancing our image with potential future employees. Stacy's work touches every single student, and she is a fierce advocate for students and clinical instructors, striving for them to have positive experiences. Often when speaking with our academic partners, the first comment that is made is how organized and accommodating Stacy is. She has established strong partnerships with academic program directors who have asked other health systems to consider modeling their clinical student program after Courage Kenny's, all because of Stacy's success. With Stacy's detailed work, we can quickly pivot if a site is unable to accommodate a student and find another site that will offer the stellar student experience that our academic partners expect from Courage Kenny. Thank you, Stacy, for the commitment you bring to your work and for representing Courage Kenny so well in all of the relationships you have as our clinical student coordinator.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Angie Tumberg, Supervisor of Operations at the Abbott Northwestern Campus for IPRU. It is my pleasure to introduce Sydney Kreck, Rehab Aide. Sydney has been with Courage Kenny for 3 years and is irreplaceable, as shown by her many nominations for this award. Sydney is passionate, respectful, joyful, and holds tremendous rapport with all of the patients. She knows them by name, understands their preferences and specific needs. She shows respect and care in all interactions. Sydney comes to work with a positive attitude and a huge smile, regardless of what is going on in her personal life. Sydney is extremely knowledgeable in the equipment utilized for treatment, assisting therapists with the multiple types of equipment. She performs setup efficiently and accurately. She also goes out of her way with tech support when equipment is not functioning well. Sid is extremely proactive, able to see what needs to be done before she is asked. She is approachable and willing to assist in any way. Sid makes patients feel safe, welcome, and comfortable during their rehab journey. She provides encouragement to patients and is always a positive influence in the therapy gym. The Courage Kenny team and patients are so lucky to have Sid. She is an outstanding asset to the team and always is going above and beyond. Thank you, Sid, and congratulations.
Thank you for those kind words, Angie. And thank you to Anna Braun at Abbott Northwestern and all the CKRI leadership. My inpatient, outpatient, and resource therapy teams, thank you for this nomination and recognition. Thank you for the opportunity to work alongside you. I am forever grateful to you for this award. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Shannon Palm, East Regional Manager for Courage Kenny Sports and Physical Therapy Clinics. It is my pleasure to introduce Amber Quito, a physical therapist at our Bandana Square Clinic. Amber goes above and beyond treating orthopedic patients. She specializes in many specialty techniques. Amber expanded her skill set to provide care 1 day per week through the Abbott Northwestern Teen Weight Management Clinic, and she's identified barriers for patients transitioning from weight loss clinics to Courage Kenny clinics for ongoing therapy needs. She improved patient transitions and support by working with provider coordinators and therapists on scheduling an individual care plan. Amber worked with others in the weight management program to create a virtual professional practice to educate therapists across the service line on successful patient management closer to their homes. At the same time, Amber was asked to share her expertise in treating temporomandibular joint dysfunction with the speech-language pathologists in the head neck cancer program, providing colleagues with a specialized understanding for improved patient support with swallowing difficulty due to jaw pain. Amber's willingness to share her knowledge has led to her orienting and mentoring new clinicians and physical therapy students. This past year alone, she assisted with onboarding 3 new therapists, was a clinical instructor, and succeeded in fostering professional growth and adaptive approaches to meet specific student needs. Amber's willingness to share her knowledge has led to her orienting and mentoring new clinicians and physical therapy students. This past year alone, she assisted with onboarding 3 new therapists, was a clinical instructor, and succeeded in fostering professional growth and adaptive approaches to meet specific student needs. Amber's generous spirit is a positive impact on patients, providers, and countless professionals she encounters each day. We are fortunate to have Amber as part of our team.
Thank you. Thank you for this award, and I am humbled by it as there are so many deserving therapists within the system. Thank you to the McDonald family, and thank you to the managers that made this possible.
Hello, I'm Janine Boschel, and it's my pleasure to introduce Kelly Sturm. Kelly is an excellent physical therapist and has expanded her leadership abilities by embracing Alina's HRO skills. Kelly's positive interactions with patients in the clinic have been witnessed firsthand and confirmed by the multiple positive comments Kelly receives on patient experience surveys. During team meetings, Kelly leads by example and advocates for her team by asking clarifying questions to confirm understanding of a change and how it will affect the team. Kelly is co-chair of the Cancer Rehab and Lymphedema program, and her new role came during a significant change to the program, through which she showed professionalism and a commitment to learning. Kelly met with the cancer nurses to educate them on the program and participated in interviews for physician positions. Kelly oversees training new therapists and works to increase access for our cancer and lymphedema population across the system. Kelly is a wonderful asset for the cancer rehab team, an advocate for the physical therapy profession, and a knowledgeable resource in our system and the community. She volunteered to teach at Concordia St. Paul for their PT program, partnered with Alina Health Cancer Institute and Courage Kenny Research, and worked with several health systems to coordinate a post-surgical lymphedema clinical practice guideline for outpatient therapy. Thank you, Kelly, for all you do for Courage Kenny Sports and Physical Therapy and the Cancer Rehab Program.
Thank you to the McDonald family for this opportunity, and thank you to CKRI leadership and my colleagues for the recognition and ongoing support.
Hello, my name is Sherry Meyer, and I'm the Courage Kenny manager at the Newell Medical Center. It is my pleasure to introduce Nancy Vogus, the Newell Medical Center Courage Kenny patient care coordinator. Nancy Vogus is being recognized for her generous and compassionate spirit that she brings to work every day. Nancy is an active listener, identifies where her support is needed in the department, and brings joy to all. Not only has Nancy been a role model for customer service and a team player for Courage Kenny, she exhibits the same level of care when checking in occupational health, acupuncture, and oncology patients. Nancy has seen many changes in the last 4 decades, including patient appointment scheduling, insurance verification, internal communication with Courage County staff, and medical supply ordering. Nancy has handled these and many other changes with a positive attitude, willingness to learn, and overall wanting our department to run as smoothly as possible. Nancy has a great personality that everyone gravitates to. She brings calm to chaos with her smile and her willingness to help out in any way she can. She comes to work with a positive attitude, knowing that she's impacting our patients, experience, or supporting our team on a daily basis. Nancy has always done her job with a positive attitude, compassion, and attention to detail. She is a staple to our department, a patient advocate, and sincerely demonstrates the pillars and the HRO skills that everyone she interacts with. Congratulations, Nancy.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored and humbled to receive this award and be recognized for it. I just want to thank everyone. There's so many other employees in our department that are just as compassionate as I am. Thanks again.
Hello, I'm Dan Clausen, ABLE Program Supervisor at Golden Valley. It is my pleasure to introduce Barry Weintraub, Activity-Based Exercise Specialist. During the last few years, the landscape of ABLE has changed in initiatives and leadership, throughout which Barry has demonstrated incredible drive and resiliency, going above and beyond to enhance the lives of individuals within the ABLE community. Barry often steps in as a leader to help direct and navigate meaningful changes. He is steadfast in his drive to mentor peers and move towards opportunity instead of sitting in the status quo. Barry asks challenging questions and identifies what will make the greatest impact to our client's success. Barry recently became HRO champion, fostering an environment of discussion focusing on safety, emphasizing that HRO is more than a policy, it is our culture. Barry additionally contributes to the health of ABLE and the whole person care within the community by assisting sports and rec as a wheelchair lacrosse coach, working diligently with the Alina Research Group and with the Neuro Recovery Network, sharing up-to-date methods and data to inform our colleagues. These are only a few highlights of the critical role Barry plays within the ABLE program, and his level of engagement continues to inspire those around him.
A big thank you to Dane and the rest of the ABLE program. This award could not have been received without a collaborative effort from everyone. I also want to extend a big thank you to Ryan Trench and Megan Welty with Sports and Rec, as I could not have made the wheelchair lacrosse program what it is without them. Thank you to you all.
In a year filled with frequent changes and a multitude of accomplishments, it is energizing and with gratitude that we recognize you, our CKRI employees. I specifically want to recognize our Well-Being Committee members who organized this celebration and have been hard at work for you this year.
While some employees have been singled out for special recognition, each of you is to be applauded for the role that you play in ensuring the best possible outcomes for those who entrust Courage County Rehab Institute with their care. Again, thanks to the McDonald family for their generosity and kindness. On behalf of the leadership team of the Institute and the executive leadership team of Alina Health, we thank you for your service, for your participation in this event, and for working to stay connected to each other and the mission of Courage County. Have a great day and enjoy making lives work.